Okay, moving right along. I'm going to go ahead and extend my canvas vertically. Just doubling the height, using that center target to know when I've doubled the height. And then I'm going to hit return. This is sort of a reverse crop, just extending the canvas. And down here, of course, I still have my original image, so I can just select that. And with my move tool, or whatever technique I might want to use, I can option drag. As long as I'm on the background layer, I can option shift drag. Try that again. Option shift drag. And clone those pixels up here to the top. And then later, when I'm done, I can crop the canvas and save the file, flatten it, and just treat it as a finished painting. So now I'm going to bring back my traced image, and I can hide the background. I can show you that there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of covering. So sometimes starting with this double canvas is a better strategy. Maybe use that using the photograph underneath your painting for reference, but there will be a point at which you're going to want to just have the reference nearby so that you can sample from it, or just check and see if there are any details you want to add or smudge out. All right, so what I'm going to do is add another, here's an easier way. I can flatten, but I'll just go ahead and add another solid color layer. I'm going to make it a neutral gray. I'm going to put it, I'm going to give it invert this here so that the neutral gray is behind my blocking in layer. And now what I can do is continue painting until all the gray is eliminated. But I'm kind of liking what's happening so far, so I'm going to keep the gray in there by merging these two layers. I'm going to select this one and shift click on the second one, and then I'm going to say merge. I'm going to click merge layers. So now that gray background is merged with the painting that I had so far, and it's starting to look more like a painting than a traced digital image. And I can continue. Okay, so I'm going to continue working on my edges, still keeping things relatively loose. If I decide that I want the opacity, or maybe the flow of the paint to allow for more mixing, I just make the adjustment. Right, and I'm going to continue this way until I feel I have something that is complete. And again, the goal here is to paint efficiently, to have a complete image that is built out of mostly shapes, and to minimize the amount of, at least initially, to minimize the amount of blending and scumbling. So I can get these sort of in-between colors, these transitions in value, by holding Option, sampling the color I want, and I can paint it in where I need it. I'm increasing and decreasing the brush size as I paint. And one more little, this finer note I wanted to mention, forgot to mention. I'm spending as much time as possible zoomed out so that I don't allow myself to get too concerned with details. If I can get the painting to read just like this, let me grab that white up there. Anything I do after that it'll benefit from this whole thing having been laid out as more or less a pattern of shapes. Okay, so in the next video you'll see a little more progress using this approach, and then I can then make some more decisions about how much information from up here do I need, or do I need to give myself the painting that I'm looking for. Okay, so still searching, still making some decisions, but doing my best to also keep things as fresh and spontaneous as possible. And again, it's going to be all about sticking with the strategy of painting as many shapes as possible while I'm zoomed out, until I'm at a point where I'm ready to go in and add more detail, make things look more expressive and painterly along the edges. Alright, so in the next video we'll wrap up this study, and that will be it. See you in the next video.